Once upon a time, in a small, humble home at the edge of a bustling city, lived a young couple, Della and James. They had little in terms of wealth, but their hearts overflowed with love. No palace, no golden treasure, no riches in the world could compare to the warmth they found in each other. As the cold wind of winter whistled through the narrow streets, Christmas approached, a time of joy, of giving, and of gratitude. But for Della and James, it was also a time of heartache. They wanted to give each other something special, something meaningful, yet they had barely enough money to get by. Della, with her long, flowing hair that shimmered like rivers of gold, sat by the window, staring at the few coins she had managed to save. A mere handful, far from enough to buy the perfect gift for James. She sighed, running her fingers through her beautiful hair, her most treasured possession. And then, an idea struck her. With a deep breath and a determined heart, she wrapped her hair in a scarf and stepped outside, making her way through the snow-covered streets to a small shop. There, she did the unthinkable. She sold her hair. The golden locks that had once cascaded down her back were now gone, exchanged for money. With trembling hands, she bought a fine, elegant chain, one that gleamed like moonlight. A chain worthy of James's most prized possession, his pocket watch, a family heirloom passed down for generations. Meanwhile, James walked through the crowded marketplace, his mind racing. He too had been saving, but the coins in his pocket were laughably small. What could he possibly buy for Della? Then, his eyes fell upon a set of beautiful, ornate combs, the kind Della had always dreamed of having, the perfect complement to her golden hair. But the price was far beyond his reach. Unless, James reached into his pocket and pulled out his precious pocket watch, the watch that had belonged to his father and his father's father before him, a watch he treasured beyond words. Without a second thought, he stepped into a shop and sold it. That evening, as the snow fell gently outside, Della and James sat together, their eyes shining brighter than any candlelight. With eager hands, they exchanged gifts. Della unwrapped the combs, so delicate, so perfect, yet now so useless, for her hair was gone. James opened the velvet box, revealing the glistening chain, so elegant, so fitting, yet now without a watch to hold. And then, in that moment, the truth sank in. They had both given up their greatest treasures for each other. They had nothing left but love. And love, as they both realized, was the greatest gift of all. They laughed, they cried, and they held each other close, knowing that their sacrifice was not in vain. They were richer than any king or queen, for they had proven what true love meant. Not in words, not in promises, but in the silent, selfless acts of the heart. This story teaches us that love is not measured by material wealth or possessions. True love is about selflessness, about giving without expecting in return. Della and James may have lost their prized possessions, but in doing so, they discovered the priceless beauty of sacrifice, the kind of love that goes beyond words. And so, dear listener, remember, the greatest gifts in life are not wrapped in ribbons or hidden in velvet boxes. They are found in the kindness we show, in the sacrifices we make, and in the love we give freely. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you never miss a story filled with wisdom and wonder. Tell us, what's the most meaningful gift you've ever given or received? Share your thoughts in the comments.